Just in, Princess Leonor Fairytale Denmark wedding defines 2025 luxury wedding. It's the royal fairytale the world thought it would never see. A young princess, once the shy heir to the Spanish throne, now walking down a golden aisle in the heart of Denmark, her every step rewriting royal history. But just when everyone expected a traditional royal wedding, something completely different happened. Because this wasn't just another crown and veil ceremony, this was a declaration of a new royal era. Today, Princess Leonor of Spain didn't just marry, she redefined what luxury, legacy, and love mean in 2025. Spain wakes up today in tears of pride and nostalgia. Their future queen, the little girl once waving from palace balconies, has now become a global symbol of modern royalty. The wedding between Princess Leonor of Spain and Denmark's Prince Christian is being called the most lavish European royal event of the decade. Yet behind the glittering gowns and diamond tiaras lies a deeper story, one of quiet strength, royal duty, and a love story that captured the world. The world watched as the ceremony unfolded inside Copenhagen's historic Frederiksberg Palace, a venue steeped in tradition yet transformed into a breathtaking scene of 21st-century elegance. Thousands of guests, hundreds of journalists, and millions watching live as Spain's crown jewel became Denmark's newest princess. The bride's gown, created by Spanish designer Lorenzo Caprile, shimmered with over 300,000 hand-stitched crystals, a piece of art that balanced grace and power, tradition and transformation. The moment Leonor appeared, the crowd fell silent. The golden light of the Danish afternoon touched her veil, and the faint sound of cathedral bells echoed through the palace gardens. Every eye turned to her, a vision of royalty not bound by old customs, but inspired by them. Her mother, Queen Letizia, visibly emotional, held back tears as she watched her daughter, the girl who once held her hand on first royal engagements, now stepping into destiny. The ceremony itself was both deeply traditional and boldly modern. The Spanish and Danish royal families sat side by side, two monarchies united by love and history. The officiant spoke softly about unity, faith, and duty, while the royal choirs performed an arrangement blending Spanish hymns with Danish folk harmonies, a symbol of two cultures intertwining perfectly. But it wasn't the setting alone that captivated the world, it was what the couple represented. Leonor and Christian are being seen as Europe's new royal power duo, both born into duty but determined to write their own story. Their marriage symbolizes not just love, but the renewal of monarchy in a changing world, one that values humanity over hierarchy, and authenticity over perfection. Social media exploded within minutes. A modern fairy tale, wrote one post. Luxury redefined, said another. Every detail, from the platinum-threaded table linens to the sapphire-encrusted royal carriage, became a trending topic. Yet what caught the world's heart wasn't the gold or the grandeur, it was the tenderness. When Leonor turned to Christian during their vows and whispered softly in Spanish, "Te prometo mi alma," I promise you my soul, even the cameras couldn't hold back the emotion. After the ceremony, the couple emerged to greet thousands of cheering Danes lining the streets of Copenhagen. The royal procession, drawn by 6 white horses, glided through the cobblestone streets as confetti rained down like snow. Bells rang from every church tower, blending into a symphony of joy that echoed across the city. But the story didn't end there. As night fell, the palace transformed into a vision of royal opulence, chandeliers glistening like constellations, candles flickering across mirrored halls, and a banquet that stretched the length of the grand ballroom. The menu, a mix of Spanish passion and Danish tradition, featured delicacies like Iberian truffle lobster, Nordic salmon, and the symbolic, unity cake, made with honey from both royal gardens. As the first dance began, Leonor and Christian swayed under a ceiling painted with stars, the orchestra playing a modern rendition of Clair de Lune. Every moment was cinematic, but every emotion, deeply human. Spain watched in awe as their princess began a new chapter, not as the girl behind palace gates, but as the woman who brought Europe to its knees with grace. But the deeper question still lingers: how will this marriage reshape the future of Europe's monarchies? Will Leonor's modern vision redefine what it means to rule? Or will tradition pull her back into the weight of centuries-old expectations? Behind the scenes, royal insiders whisper about the balancing act awaiting the new couple, the fusion of two powerful royal houses with distinct traditions, languages, and responsibilities. Yet those closest to Leonor say she's ready. Her education at the Royal Military Academy and her grounding in diplomacy have prepared her not just to wear a crown, but to lead with compassion and purpose. And while the world focuses on the gowns and jewels, the Spanish people see something far more important: hope. Hope that their monarchy can continue evolving. Hope that love can cross borders without losing identity. Hope that Leonor's union symbolizes a new generation of royals, one that blends the old world's dignity with the new world's authenticity. As the fireworks lit up the Danish sky, creating a cascade of royal blues and shimmering golds, Leonor and Christian shared a private smile. For a moment, it wasn't about crowns or cameras, it was about two hearts finding home in each other. Spain may have shed tears today, but they were tears of joy and pride. Their princess, now a queen in waiting, stood tall not only as a bride but as a bridge between nations. The Fairytale Denmark wedding of Princess Leonor has already been declared the defining luxury wedding of 2025. But its true legacy lies far beyond fashion or ceremony. It lies in the story of a young woman who proved that tradition can evolve, and that even in the world's oldest institutions, love can still lead. And as the world slowly returns to reality after this historic day, one truth remains clear: this was more than a royal wedding. It was the rebirth of European royalty through the eyes of a generation ready to embrace love, unity, and modern grace. Because sometimes, fairy tales don't belong in storybooks. Sometimes, they unfold, live, before our very eyes, and make history.